Joe, aka NERDFIST. I got some popcorn and a drink. Let's watch some movies. Guess we better find a seat. I think down front should be good. Excuse me, sir.
Tough day.
Where am I?
You're dead.
This is a joke.
Hilarious. You have skills that we want. We'd like you to join the R.I.P.D.
The R.I.P.D.
Rest in Peace Department. I think you're smelling what I'm selling. Your job is catching deados, the bad souls that escape judgment. Meet your new partner.
Now, you got to earn that. Come on. We are the greatest lawmen that ever lived and died. Now, some souls hide out among the living. Damn, I don't know what else to shoot you between. There's something else. You don't look like you don't sound like you anymore.
So what do I look like? Really? An old Chinese guy? What about you? Well, I guess you win, Roy.
You ready? Stanley Nowicki.
We're with the Department of Health.
We suspect that you might be dead. You can back this one, my treat.
No, I'm not going near that.
Don't piss off! You might notice we're pretty durable.
Still hurts.
I've never seen that before.
If the dead take over, that's it for the living world.
They picked the wrong venue to make a stand. This world's for the living, and R.I.P.D. is gonna keep it that way. Holy! That went well. Assuming the world don't end. Fun, right?
Don't tense up.
Hello, everybody. It's Joe, aka NERDFIST. Welcome back to the Screening Room. Today, we're going to be taking a look at R.I.P.D. Now, when I went into R.I.P.D., I didn't really have any expectations of it whatsoever. I had heard it was horrible, and yeah, it was pretty horrible. It wasn't the worst movie I had ever seen, but everything I heard about it was pretty much true. That it was just lazy. The jokes weren't that funny. It was just a big ripoff of Men in Black, and that's pretty much what it is. And that's what I really hated about it, because the idea had so much potential. Like, I know that this R.I.P.D. Was based on a comic book, which is also what Men in Black was based on. And the Men in Black comic book, if you haven't read it, is actually very, very dark. And when they talk about neuralizing people in the Men in Black comic books, they basically murder people to keep stuff a secret. But with the Men in Black movies, it went more comedy, went sci-fi comedy, and that's what made it work. Whereas R.I.P.D., I think it would have worked if they kind of would have went the other way. They tried to make it a little bit too much Men in Black, kind of making it like a sci-fi comedy, when they should have made it kind of more of like comedy horror. It should have went more horror, or maybe taken a little bit more serious tone. And I think that's what really makes it not work, is that it's a little bit too over the top, a little bit too campy, and overall it's just not really that funny. There are a few funny lines here and there, and most of them are delivered by Jesus, what's his name, freaking Jeff Bridges, who I freaking love. I love Jeff Bridges. Freaking Tron, he was freaking great, and Iron Man, and his character, which was his name, Roy, who's kind of like this old cowboy. He was pretty much the only kind of the only thing that I really liked about the movie. Well, one of the only things, but his character was a little bit too silly. And while it was a fun character to watch, it would have been better if he did it more like Rooster Cogburn from, oh God, what was that movie? The freaking remake a few years ago. I forget what it was. Fuck it. But it wasn't so much Rooster Cogburn as it was like Yosemite Sam. It was kind of silly, and you just had a hard time taking him seriously, especially because he was supposed to be this like major badass. And then Ryan Reynolds, who, I don't know what Ryan Reynolds' deal is. Like, he's either freaking amazing or he's horrible. Like, he's a good actor. He's been in some really good stuff. I mean, Safe House, which came out, I think, last year or the year before last, was really freaking good. That movie, I think it was called Buried, where he was, like, buried alive. Amazing. Of course, Van Wilder. You know, most of his comedies are great. But anytime he tries to do, like, an action, you know, leading man type role, it is just horrible. And again, this is kind of Ryan Reynolds, even though it is kind of like a buddy comedy, he is kind of the main focal point, just like Will Smith is in Men in Black. And basically, it's not that fun to watch him, and you really don't care, and you really don't care about what happens to his girlfriend. And even the villain is more entertaining. You know, Kevin Bacon is better than, you know, freaking Ryan Reynolds. And then Mary Louise Parker, who I also normally freaking love Weeds, just lost me. Just, she's so silly. And there's this whole weird, like, foot fetish thing at the end that just didn't make, like, kind of any sense. But basically, what I did like about it, I liked Jeff Bridges. I liked his character. It was funny, you know, kind of over the top, but still didn't work completely. I did like some of the creature designs, some of the creatures in the movie, some of the deados, as it were really interesting. Some of them were like really, really cool, and there was some pretty cool like action moments. But overall, I just didn't really enjoy it that much, and can't really ever see myself watching it again or really recommending it. I think if I was 10 years old, I would have thought this was the greatest movie ever made. I wish it would have came out, you know, when I was younger. What I didn't like about the movie is that it takes a good idea and it just doesn't run with it. It just throws you into this world and it shows you this world, but it never really explains it. Never gives it any kind of structure or anything. They kind of throw rules at you and expect you to just, oh, this is how it works, but it doesn't ever explain why, or why some of these things exist, or, you know, some of the things that you see in the background are very, very interesting, but it doesn't ever elaborate on anything in the world. It just kind of throws you into this kind of haphazard plot that ultimately is just silly. And like I said, it does majorly rip off Men in Black from from even the car they drive. It's the same exact car, just a different color. I did like how they didn't go like futuristic with the weapons. It was more like kind of steampunky. I did enjoy that. But overall, R.I.P.D. is just kind of stupid and retarded. I do think this will be a movie that most people will wind up seeing many, many times on cable television. I think this definitely feels like something that's going to be played on like FX or like TBS, like on the afternoons on a Sunday. So if you can, check it out then, but if not, there's really no point to see it. It's pretty horrible. Not really anything to redeem it. So for all these reasons, I'm giving R.I.P.D. a 2 out of 5. I would have given it a 1, but there was a few things with the creature designs and also Jeff Bridges just barely pushed it up to a 2. So 2 out of 5. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and give me your feedback in the comments. Tell me what you think I should watch next, and you know, any ideas for what should we play, you know, besides Minecraft. Give me your ideas. Let me know what you think. Anyways, guys, I have been Joe, aka NERDFIST. Bye.
That went well. Assuming the world don't end.